Hey there, fellow readers. Mrs. Weidman here, and today we're going to be talking about the action-packed, incredible book, Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor by Xiran Jay Zhao. And this book is an incredible, awesome next read for anybody who's a really big fan of not only mythology stories, so myths that have been retold, if your Percy Jackson senses are tingling, right? Similar sort of nature there, right? But who also loves books that are nonstop action, right? And tell you a lot about Chinese history, mythology, and legends, right? But seriously, lots of straight up action scenes in this book. Right, so Zachary Ying follows the story of a young boy, and his name is, of course, Zachary Ying, right? And it's actually the start of summer for Zachary, and he's kind of like meh about it because unfortunately Zachary has to spend part of his summer at summer school for his middle school. Luckily, his friends from his Myth Realm team are there. And Myth Realm is like this super cool game where myths come to life in this alternate reality headset that he and his friends wear, right? And then they go around and try to capture all of these different mythological creatures, right? So it's super cool, and Zach loves it. Well, of course, one day when summer school is going on, Zach starts like hearing this weird voice, like this really weird omniscient narrator in his head. And it's kind of like judging Zach for throwing away his lunch, or kind of telling Zach that he's sort of like wimpy and not going to amount to anything. And Zach's like, am I going crazy? Like somebody playing an epic prank on me? Like, where is this voice coming from? It's so weird. And then to make things even stranger, this boy just suddenly rounds the corner, and his name is Simon, right? And at first, Simon's like, hey, I just think we should be friends. Like, you're Chinese, I'm Chinese, that's cool. Let's like nerd out about Chinese history together. And Zachary's like, dude, that's not really my thing, but like, seriously, what is happening, right? And then to make things even stranger, right, as he's leaving school that day, all of the sudden, like all of these crazy attacks start happening, and one of his friends kind of goes psycho, right? And then Zach was like, well, that's super strange. And then he goes home, right? And then his mom gets attacked by demons and put into a coma. And Zach's like, all right, I'm in over my head. Like, I don't know what's happening anymore, but this is like grade A, not good, right? And then Simon, who is way more than he appears to be at the start of the book, comes and tells him, Zach, you're actually very special, right? And you are the ancestor, right, of the very first emperor of China, like the emperor that took ancient China, united it all together, and made the China that we know it as today. Don't worry that he's kind of a psychopath. Don't worry that he was kind of a tyrant. Like, you're his ancestor. That's so cool. And what's even cooler is this guy, the first emperor of China, wants to inhabit your body, right? So that he can find the seal that was lost to history and use it to go to his tomb and seal this portal to kind of like the underworld. Because if we don't do that within a month, all of these spirits are going to seep out of the underworld, and our reality, right, and our safety is really going to be jeopardized. And so is the future of China, right? And Zach's like, I don't really want to do this. Like, I'm not really passionate about it, but if it will save my mom, I will go to China, and I will go on this epic quest where, of course, he pairs up with Simon, right? And then, of course, a girl that they meet in China, and her name is Melissa. So it's an awesome book. You'll learn a whole lot about Chinese history, a lot of action, one that I really enjoyed listening to as an audiobook. Right, hope to see you all online soon.